right, stay tuned for the jump off. It's the $300,000 Lamborghini Grand Prix right here, right now, presented by Pfizer Animal Health. And it's all happening at the Hits Desert Circuit Park here in Thermal, California. I'm Paul Peterson, joined by my crew, Ed Kramer, Ben Woods, Megan Anderson, Tamara Peterson, all on board, taking you where you need to be, right in the middle of the action, right here on SJUTV.com. Now you can watch it all again on our video on demand at SJUTV.com. So if you missed today's broadcast, you can go back and you can watch this all again. Prize money, this level of competition, 41 starters. It is all going off right here. And you're watching Show Jumping Unplugged TV right here, right now. Stay tuned. A day of mystery and intrigue, Olaf.
Now, interesting for me, I start with the German rider.
Yeah.
Interesting for me that this guy, Andre Thieme, he did not jump one single fence here in Thermal before the Grand Prix. He arrived from Wellington, he came.
Right.
He told me that he paid, I think, $15,000 to ship the horses over here just to take the chance to win some of the money in the Grand Prix today. I mean, he's a gambler, I believe. This is unbelievable. And now he does the first jumps. The horse was so extremely good. Jill, of course,
she's a trier.
She's a fighter. She is a fighter, and she is such a professional fighter.
Yeah.
So, on the other hand, to be the first in the jump-off is certainly not, let's say, her favorite position. She normally likes to attack from the back.
Yeah, right.
But still, I think if she is clear, she certainly will be fast, and then she gives a lot of pressure to the other riders. So
right.
Jill might be one of them.
And just walked in the ring. We're just tuning in now. It's gonna be Jill Henselwood. Bottom line coming up here. Olaf, you can call it like you see it this afternoon. She is just getting ready. The wind-up is in motion, as we call it. As she is carefully considering her decisions here.
She is full concentrated. I looked into her face in the practice ring. She wants to win this.
There's the first. Down to the Oxer.
That's a new fence.
Left turn.
Also, this is a new fence. And now we have the first two elements of the quadruple. It's a long way now to the skinny one. There she's careful. I think some others will be faster there. I have raised that one.
Will it be fast enough?
I doubt it.
Wow. Wow. 40 and change now, going to the top of the leaderboard now.
We'll make the presentation of ribbons to today's winner. Let's have her take a step forward, ladies and gentlemen. A fabulous circuit, and what a way to finish. Your grand champion of the Lamborghini Grand Prix, number 410, bottom line, and Jill Henselwood. She rides for the Braden Construction Limited out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. A Pan Am gold medal, a silver medal from the Beijing Games, and now the right to be called champion at the biggest West Coast Grand Prix ever held. $300,000 Grand Prix brought to you by Lamborghini, presented by Pfizer. Jill Henselwood, and bottom line, your winner.
To Thermal, again, you have been in Ocala, now you're in Thermal. Tell us about today in the $300,000 Grand Prix.
Well, it's a great group of horses. 42 was the number we were hoping for, so we got a little lucky. I saw Anjay in Ocala the other day, and he said to me, what do you think, how many out there? I said, well, 40, and if you said you were two, it would be 42. So on Monday or Tuesday, he put two horses on the truck, on the plane,
On the
actually,
plane?
right out of Ocala, and they landed right here in, I think they landed in Ontario, and brought them right to the horse show, so that's pretty cool stuff. So 42 horses, it's quite a field today.
Wow. And dreams do come true as we're watching this field. We were with Olaf last night, and he was talking about the course. And, you know, it's so hard to design a course for these riders of so many different skill levels. And then you sweeten the deal with a $300,000 Grand Prix. And this is never, to the best of my knowledge, has not been done on the West Coast before.
You know, we did a 250, I think, 250,000. I'm saying real numbers, $250,000 a couple of years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
Yes,
now. I think about it, right? Remember, we had a couple of horses from the East Coast come, and Tim Grubb won that class when he came out.
Right.
So 300's the most, actually, the most we've ever given away.
Right.
My company.
Right.
Of course, it pales a little bit by the $1 million we're going to give away in a few months, but it's still the biggest class we've ever done.
Wow, and that is the blockbuster of the season, the $1 million Grand Prix at Saugerties, New York. Now, tell us about that. 40 riders, 5 wild cards. How's that going to work?
Well, we're going to get some riders. Hopefully, they're qualified here at this circuit out here. They have to qualify at some of the hits horse shows. You know, there's 40-some Grand Prix that we run a year, or 50-some Grand Prix. We run lots of Grand Prix, for better or for worse. And so those riders get to qualify for our finals. So it's a little give back to the riders that support us, and riders from all over the world are trying to do it. And 40 of them will qualify, and then there'll be a handful of places that we'll be allowed to use should the need arise.
Right. Now, how incredible is that? $1 million. To the best of my knowledge, that's never been done in the United States either.
You know, I'm not sure that $1 million American has ever been done. So we're pretty excited about it. And Pfizer's the greatest sponsor in the world. They love the product, and hopefully we'll keep around for a while.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to be after that.
Okay, so you went first again in the jump off, and right? but literally just laid down a blistering round, and nobody.
Not totally blistering, because I added one to the skinny up there.
Okay, yes.
So I gave them a 3/4 of a second in the bank, right there, and so I knew I was beatable. But this is an incredibly fast horse. She's like a Lamborghini.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, that's wonderful. So what did you say was next?
I hope to get on a list for the Canadian team to go in April to Europe with this horse, and prove a little more that she's a candidate, that she's experienced enough to be a candidate for the World Equestrian Games team.
And then towards maybe that $1 million Saugerties class, huh?
I have it on my calendar. And then, obviously, we have to qualify for that as well. So,
Okay, well, again, bottom line, and Jill Henselwood taking the lion's share of the money today in the $300,000 Lamborghini Grand Prix. This will be a wrap for the HITS Desert Circuit. So we will see you next time. Check us out in a couple of weeks. We're in San Juan Capistrano. And Jill earned herself a brand new SJUTV ball cap today. Yes, take care. So, Tamara Peterson signing off. It's a wrap here from HIT's Thermal Desert Circuit. We are so happy to have you on board. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter. Keep tuning in. And for more hats and swags and t-shirts, check us out on our website, www.showjumpingunplug.tv. So glad to have you tuning in and taking the ride with us right now on Show Jumping Unplugged.